Okay, this is the S52 Superratchet by G.H. Williams & Co. USA. It's got the raised lettering from G.H. Williams, and we're going to take this one apart today. First thing, loosen the screw up top. Okay, now we have this switch ring, which might fool you because it's reverse threaded. So it's gonna be lefty tighty, righty loosey. So let me see. Okay. And when I first had to do this, it was a bear to get off, so watch out for that. Okay, and now it has a ring, a retaining ring, which is threaded. When you first get one of these, you'll probably be dirty, so these holes will probably be all like flat and full of garbage. So what I did is I cleaned the holes out first, then I get a little tool. You might have to tap it a little bit too with a little hammer. Put like maybe a flat nail in there or something to get it out, but today it should be nice and loose. There we go. Okay. There's that ring. There. Okay, the mechanism just sits inside of like a cup, which is like one of the Williams design, which is kind of unique. See, yeah, the anvil just protrudes through, and the rest of the mechanism just sits in there like that. Here's a picture of the inside. I think this is like 40 or 42 teeth mechanism. There are the threads for the retaining ring. Give you a good look in there. Okay. Now we have the mechanism and anvil itself. There's the ball detent. It's pretty strong. And this is a double pawl design. It has ball bearings that switch when you switch back and forth. See if I can do it without the switch on. And there you go. Has a cutout here. It's cut out here with a little detent there that keeps it from spinning all around when you switch it. Okay, what I do is when I take something like this apart, I usually hold whichever side of the pawl is up, I hold it down. So I hold both of them down at the same time as they're up. And I just wiggle it out. Wiggle it out. See if it works. Yeah, it's coming out. The only thing is, make sure you see where the ball is when the ball is coming out. See if you can You see the ball peeking out? Okay, what I like to do is I like to hold that down because the spring compressed and they like to shoot out. So I just hold them down, and there's a ball on each side, and it comes out like that. Okay, there's a little spring in here. See if I push it out. It comes up. Yep, there you go. There's the little spring. And here's the spring retainer and switch. She's threaded for the star switch and threaded for the locking screw there. Okay, you take the paws out. Just if you're lucky, you tap them. The posts will just slide out and the paw will just come out. There you go. There's that fulcrum there. And the other paw. Okay. Here's a look at the paw. That's what the paws look like. This paw, same thing. Okay, this is your anvil and mechanism. See what's in there. Okay. All right. So there you have it. These are the pieces. Okay. Now let's try to get it back all together. You take the poles, put them in, put the fulcrums in, next pole, stick it in, next fulcrum. Okay. Now we take the switch. This is the tricky part, is to get these ball bearings to sit on top of the switch and not fly everywhere. Okay. Okay, what I do is I prop one of the balls against the ledge there. Whoop. Went in. Let's try that again. Try to prop the ball against the ledge with the spring, and the spring sticking out like that. Oh, and make sure that this flat side here on the switch, this flat side, corresponds to this detent, because that's the detent that's going to hold it from going back and forth when you switch it. Okay, and take the ball, take the next ball, and try to put it on top of the spring. Like that. Like that. Okay. Try to press that in as the bottom spring, the bottom ball is being like held by the edge there. Okay. And press it in. There you go. That's the hardest part. See if it works now. Yep. It's switching back and forth. Good. Okay. You take the mechanism, put it back in the cup. Yeah. Sounds okay. You take your retaining, ring here to thread it, and you thread it on in. I don't really torque it that much because it'll be a pain in the ass to get on. When you first do this, it might be rusty or cruddy. You might put some penetrating oil in there before that. And like I said, you just put like a flat nail in there and a small hammer or something and just tap it out. That might help. But don't go too crazy because you don't want to strip it out. Okay, here's the switch. Remember, lefty tighty, righty loosey on that. That too, I just finger tighten this. I don't want to go crazy because then that was a real problem getting out. At first, then you put your locking screw on top. Tighten that. Oop, bumped the camera. And there you go. That's the total breakdown of the S52 Super Ratchet.